peak of her YouTube stardom, Sina Doering, better known as Sina Drums, was unstoppable. The German drummer, known for her flawless covers of classic rock legends like Queen, The Who, and Led Zeppelin, built an empire from her quiet corner of the world. Fans admired not just her skill, but her consistency, grace, and humility. Yet without warning, something changed. Uploads slowed. Collaborations ceased. Live updates disappeared. Where once there were frequent videos and interactions, now there were eerie silences. Her followers began flooding the comments. Where is Sina? Is she okay? Speculation spiraled. Had she quit? Was she struggling? Or worse, was something more personal driving her off the digital stage? As her disappearance deepened, one thing became clear. This wasn't a temporary break. Something profound, perhaps heartbreaking, was unfolding behind the scenes. And while many influencers go dark, Sina's sudden absence struck a different chord entirely. It was quiet, painful, ominous, as if the rhythm that once powered her passion had simply stopped. But what really happened? Let's rewind and trace the rise before the silence. Sina's story didn't begin with fame. It started in a modest German home surrounded by instruments, cables, and the constant thrum of creativity. Her father, music producer Mike Wilbury, was her mentor, collaborator, and biggest believer. At just 10 years old, Sina was already experimenting with rhythms in her home studio. It wasn't long before she began posting drum covers online. First simple, then intricate, then jaw-dropping. Her YouTube exploded. With a calm camera presence, zero drama, and purely authentic musicianship, she cut through the noise of social media. Audiences across the globe were captivated. Her Pink Floyd and Phil Collins covers racked up millions of views. She wasn't just a girl behind a kit, she was a prodigy making rock legends proud. It felt like Sina had cracked the code to YouTube success, passion over gimmicks. She collaborated with indie artists, expanded her brand to original albums, and even inspired a younger generation of female musicians. Yet as her visibility grew, so did the weight on her shoulders, and no one was prepared for how heavy that would become. The internet is a double-edged symbol. While Sina's rise was organic, the demands of going viral weren't. Her channel, once driven by passion, was now dictated by the cold logic of the algorithm. One missed upload could mean plummeting views. A different thumbnail could tank engagement. Comments began pressuring her. Cover this next. Why no new video? The joy of drumming, once pure, started to feel like a checklist. Behind the camera, Sina was battling a beast few YouTubers openly discuss, the suffocating grind of staying relevant in a system that never sleeps. Going viral gave her a spotlight, yes, but it also put her under a microscope. Every beat she played was judged, every silence questioned. The world only saw the results, not the toll. This wasn't just creator fatigue, it was a quiet erosion of joy. As one fan bluntly noted, she's too real for this fake platform. And maybe they were right. Because even though Sina kept drumming, it was getting harder and harder to hear her heart in the rhythm. Off camera, Sina's struggles were never fully spelled out, but the clues were all there for those paying attention. In rare interviews and heartfelt Instagram captions, she hinted at burnout, perfectionism, and a haunting sense of creative isolation. One post read, "Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in expectations." Another, "It's strange to be surrounded by thousands of followers and still feel completely alone." Her transparency, though subtle, painted a picture of someone grappling with more than just musical direction. Sina was facing a deep identity crisis. Was she simply a cover drummer, or could she evolve and be taken seriously as a true artist? Add to that the relentless pressure of self-producing, marketing, and managing every facet of her brand, and it's no wonder she began to withdraw. YouTube, for all its promise of freedom, had become a cage of metrics and noise. Sina wasn't quitting because she couldn't handle the fame. She was slowly disappearing because that fame no longer aligned with who she was becoming. And no one seemed to notice until she was gone. The burnout wasn't just creative, it was emotional. The kind that creeps in slowly, eating away at your passion until what once felt fulfilling now feels like a performance. Sina's once steady uploads became irregular. Fans began speculating, was she depressed? Was there something happening at home? Had she lost interest? But the truth was simpler and sadder. Sina was exhausted. She had poured years into a platform that demanded more and rewarded less. And in her pursuit of balance, something had to give. She started to pull back, choosing mental health over momentum. Some fans were supportive, others weren't so kind. A few even accused her of laziness. But if you read between the lines of her rare updates, it was clear. She was reaching a breaking point. And sometimes the bravest thing an artist can do isn't creating, it's pausing. Because behind every delayed upload was likely a night of sleeplessness, self-doubt, and tears. Sina didn't disappear because she failed. She disappeared because she couldn't keep breaking herself to stay visible. In a bold but risky pivot, Sina began releasing original music, an evolution many fans didn't expect. Her compositions were deeply personal, melodic, and far from the high-energy rock covers that built her fanbase. While some applauded her growth, the algorithm didn't. YouTube's system punished change. Her new videos got less exposure. Engagement dropped. It was as if stepping into her true artistry made her invisible. For an artist used to millions of views, this sudden drop wasn't just discouraging, it was devastating. But Sina didn't cave. She doubled down on her creativity, pouring herself into her albums, collaborating with unknown voices, and redefining success on her own terms. Still, the emotional toll was evident. Reinvention comes with a price, and Sina paid it in silence. Fans who missed her regular uploads failed to understand. She was still here, just evolving. And that evolution meant sacrificing popularity for authenticity. In a world chasing trends, Sina chose truth. And truth, unfortunately, doesn't always trend. So why did Sina disappear? The answer isn't one single event. It's a slow unraveling of pressure, pain, and personal growth. Around the time she relocated to London, followers noticed something had changed. The content stopped. The updates grew cryptic. Her blog posts became more introspective, touching on topics like artistic identity, loneliness, and stepping away to breathe. She never made a dramatic farewell video. No clickbait goodbye, just silence, real, aching silence. Those closest to the scene believe Sina came dangerously close to walking away from music forever. The heartbreaking reason, she didn't feel heard anymore. Not by the platform, not by the algorithm, and sometimes not even by the fans who claimed to love her. What should have been a celebration of her growth became a quiet battle for emotional survival. She wasn't just tired, she was wounded. And rather than let that wound become permanent, she stepped away to heal. Her disappearance was not defeat. It was self-preservation. As of now, Sina Drums hasn't fully returned, but small signs suggest she might be finding her rhythm again. Occasional story posts, subtle comments on collaborators' pages, and whispers from indie circles hint at a slow, cautious reemergence. If she does return, it likely won't be to chase algorithms or trending covers. It will be on her own terms, raw, real, and unapologetically human. Sina's story isn't just about disappearing, it's about transformation. She walked away not because she lacked love for music, but because she refused to let the internet drain it from her. And maybe that's the real beat behind her silence, a refusal to perform for a world that forgot artists are people too. For fans waiting for the next upload, the message is clear: listen carefully. Because sometimes the most powerful thing a drummer can do is stop. And when Sina does return, she won't be the same girl behind the kit. She'll be something even stronger, a survivor who chose herself over applause.